Hi, my name is Tom Bleach. I'm a journalist at the FinTech Times, and today we're at Seamless TV in Saudi Arabia. Today we're joined by Wassel Berrayana, the founder and CEO of Proxym Group. Wassel, how are you?
Good morning, everyone. So, Wassel Berrayana, I'm founder of the Proxym Group. We are a group because we're present headquartered in France with the main offices and large delivery center there, but we're also present in North Africa and the Middle East with many subsidiaries with countries later. So basically what we do, we have historically we have been working a lot in the public sector, but we're also very active in the financial sector, digital finance and digital banking. Even though the company started since 2006, we consider ourselves as fully digital native because basically we have been working with smartphones and all this digital disruption since the creation of the company.
Fantastic. So what can you tell us about Proxym's digital banking engagement platform, Berrayana?
Yes.
And how does it help financial institutions?
Yes. So basically the financial industry have historically been structured about traditional systems like core banking systems, and at the same time there is the disruption of startups, new demand for new segment and innovation. So the concept of digital engagement banking platform, which is something that allows the banking industry to be able to open up to the ecosystem, to open up to the customer. That's where the word engagement comes from, engagement with the ecosystem, engagement with the customer, and the speeding up the delivery, the execution process. So basically it's a platform that allows banks but also fintechs to be able to deliver digital solution for customers, for employees, for the corporate enterprises in less than 6 months. And basically the capabilities are security, of course, because these are to be secure and proven security like Berrayana. At the same time, we really see the innovation as inclusive because it's open by construction. So basically we can deploy, for instance, we deployed one consumer finance app that has integrated 4 startups already in the local country. So it has to be inclusive, and at the same time it has to be customer centric. So it's data rich with data insights, and at the same time flexible. So basically we empower banks or fintechs to be able to change their digital channel, digital innovations with very least involvement from our team. So we empower them to be independent in terms of structure. This is what Gartner calls as B-model IT. So we have the traditional IT that is transaction oriented, and thanks to Berrayana and with Proxym services and technology, we allow also banks and financial institutions and startups, fintechs, to be able to innovate in agile, much more quicker IT, which is the fastest IT, and agile and customer centric.
Fantastic. Well, that's a very thorough explanation, so thank you for that. So can you provide us any insight into Proxym Group's recent successes in the sort of Middle East financial sector?
So first of all, by construction, we have believed a lot in the Middle East since the creation. So basically we have kind of unique selling point for the region here in the Gulf region and the Middle East, because basically we have 3 delivery centers that are with more than 200 digital native consulting, proficient consultants who are Arabic speaking and based in Tunisia, Egypt and Dubai, and hopefully one day in KSA. So basically culturally we are a European company. At the same time we bring the challenges of technology expertise, but also regulations, privacy and openness, etc. All these are hard requirements for the European market, and at the same time we have the cultural depth, the human resources pool to be able to deploy digital innovations in the Middle East. And the Middle East is really a region that is very savvy in terms of innovations and very demanding. And so we have this unique profile of being ready and pre-presented with more than 200 consulting in the region. So as a matter of fact, our recent deployments, many of them happen in the region here. We have helped a bank in Qatar, Emirates Authorized to display the name to win the best digital corporate banking bank in 2021. We have helped the Kuwait pension funds, PIFs, to win the award of best digital solution in Kuwait in 2021. We have also helped the consumer finance fintech in Egypt to start up the first consumer finance Sharia compliant use case in Egypt, and it's something that is very interesting because basically we integrated with 4 local systems from Egypt to deliver the value. And what is also interesting, it's Taka. So the Taka is the new hot deployment we made last year in Egypt, and also present in other countries. Of course, we work in the French market, we work in the African market with deployments in North Africa and in the Sub-Saharan Africa. So basically, we think also that innovation can come from everywhere, and we have got this multicultural innovation mindset that is also something we're proud of.
Yeah, exactly. And as you say, innovation can come from anywhere. But what really attracted Proxym Group's interest to the Middle East specifically over other regions of the world?
First of all, the Middle East is really booming, and Saudi Arabia is one perfect example about that. I think that my members are correct. Last year, $1.5 billion have been injected into startups in the industry. So we can help established banks to make their innovation and behave like fintechs, but also we can help new startups to be able to speed up their time to market. So there is market and there is ambition in terms of transforming. And if you see, I see a lot of innovation in the public sector and financial sector, where the Middle East is really heading off, even with respect to Europe, in terms of ambitions, in terms of funds that are deployed. So basically it's leapfrogging the whole ecosystem thanks to digital and innovation. And we have this cultural technology and also our history of we develop solutions, but at the same time we help our solution to be deployed under the customer context. So we call this single point of engagement for our customers, and I know that customers are very ambitious here, but also very demanding in terms of quality of service and in terms of time to market. And we are proud that we have been able to deploy dozens of success stories here in the region.
Brilliant. So as you said, there's been a lot of sort of positive growth in the region, and the Middle East is such an exciting area at the moment. How about we move our attention now to sort of some of the biggest challenges faced by banks and financial institutions, in your opinion, and how could Proxym Group kind of help assist with these?
Yes. So of course there is always the question in banks: should I do it internally? We see that many banks who started doing things internally, which is something necessary back to 5-10 years ago, are really looking now for platforms, digital, like Bankerize, because basically you cannot reinvent the wheel. You can focus on making much better cars, but the wheel, you have to have the foundation, the platform for that, and Bankerize can help that. So do things internally or outside. And we think that develop proposition to find something that, like Bankerize digital engagement platform, that helps you gain security, helps you gain stability and expertise, and at the same time empowers you to be independent if you want your internal digital factory to deploy innovation. So this is the first challenges or questions any industry is asking. There is also the challenge of security. Again, we have the deployment. We're proud that many of our deployments, all our deployments, are compliant, proven to be compliant, proven to be PSS, DSS in terms of expectation. And of course, there is the time to market. Time to market is always something there. So basically, any decent bank or any startup has basically have to be able to deliver new version of each digital app each 3 months. And so the customer are very demanding regarding this. And I think that the last thing, that the challenge for bank, we see digital as a kind of new channel happening in parallel of the human capital within the banks and financial industries. We really think that there is the challenge of make this physical, phygital, make the bridge between the physical, the branches, and the physical, and the people in the banks or the financial institution with the digital. And we help with our technology for that, because basically we design any interaction with customer, with employees, as a process that can be multi-rows and can be in different channel, web, mobile, and on the bank itself. So this is another challenge of bridging the gap between the human capital within the established banking institutions and the digital, with always the ability to have a process-oriented organization with monitoring the SLA. Basically, if a bank want to be able to say, I can provide a 24-hour response for your credit application or finance application, this is something that can be delivered with SLA and a platform like Bankerize digital banking.
Yeah, well, it's very exciting, and it's looking good for the future. You obviously spoke about reinventing the wheel. Can you share any sort of exciting developments or features that Proxym Group is working on that we might be able to see in the near future?
So of course, there's always the corporate and retail banking, and even though we think these are things that are existing since many years, innovation are always happening. We have been in many countries the first technology provider to provide Apple Pay, for instance, in Qatar a few years ago. We have also new branches like Buy Now Pay Later, consumer finance. I think also in markets where we're present, like Africa, and also could be Asian microfinance. This is also something that potentially is already booming, and I think that all the financial actors have to find solutions, innovations to do that. What we also see that many established solutions will create their own startups. This is something that pattern happening. We saw in Europe banks acquiring startups. What I see here in the Middle East is that a lot of banks or established companies would create their fintechs. So this is an interesting and smart way of behaving, because basically it allows to have the startup blood, the right technology with banker eyes, and eventually having the security and the process alignment and strictness or legal regulation that the bank can bring. This is also something that is happening, and we're working with the spin-off of banks in the region to be able to empower their new fintechs and be the digital arm for the fintechs, with always the promise of we co-build, because the digital project, the digital success is always shared with the customer, and at the same time we transfer to the fintech, the startup, to be able to operate and evolve its solution.
Yeah, well, it seems like a very exciting time for fintechs and banks together. But thank you very much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been very insightful today.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of Seamless.
Thank you. Yes.
Lovely.